Peace, family. I'll be honest with you, I'm outside. Another beautiful day. I got some calls I gotta make. I got some people I gotta talk to. Got some things I gotta do. I got some posts I gotta make. But something just came across my mind and I thought to share with y'all, right? And I noticed how y'all don't like watching like long, you know what I'm saying, videos. Well, personally, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? How else can I express who I am and how I am, you know what I'm saying, without adding a little bit of time to it? So, I may not be able to articulate myself in such a fast manner when it comes down to my thoughts because I be thinking so much, man. I gotta make sure I can slow it down. So, that being said, I wanna let y'all know I had a thought about, just women in general, and bear with me, goddesses. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about these modern day women that I've engaged with throughout my lifespan. And I understand how I'd say that they are difficult, right? Considering the fact of what we deal with today, how women believe men are unnecessary, how they ignore our emotions, how they look to suspect something from us without reciprocating anything. And I'm not saying all, but again, I know about my divine goddesses. This is not about y'all, but I just been in my thought about my exes, right? And I was thinking I've experienced, let me just say this, women, to a lot of y'all that be like, damn, you so fine. I just want to, bear with me. All right, understand something, okay? I've been in 4, I believe, 5 relationships. And the reason why I say I kind of don't know which is because, I don't believe it was established that we were, something. So bear with me. But anyway, I say that to say that a lot of the women that I engaged with, it was life-changing. Right, a lot of them. And I've had my fair share of women, respectfully, and I say this because out of the relationships that I've had, I've always went through a transmutation. I've always seen a better version of myself, and I've seen where I've made many flaws and mistakes. So I don't want anyone to interpret my exes to be irrelevant. Because trust me, listen, out of the women that I've engaged with, for me to even be in relationships for periods of time, so it's an exceptional, version of me, because I'm not one to really align myself with foolishness for a long period of time. Not to say that any of my exes were, but it's just to let you know how much I value these women. So in respect to them, even though they were aligned with the modern day women that I've associated myself with, I still learned a lot. And I say this to say, for a lot of y'all men out there, I feel you, right? And I ask that you modern day women to keep something in mind, because a lot of y'all really want to just get a job, You want to have a career, you know what I'm saying? You want to make the most money. You want to live the most lavish life. And I don't mind it. But I'm saying throughout all that time, you ignoring what it is to nurture. You're ignoring what it is to express, not only express, but understand, right? Have emotional intelligence, not emotional awareness, not no intuition, emotional intelligence, understanding how to connect with that when it comes to a man. I'm learning that more and more of today's women in society don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. It's kind of fucked up. But it is what it is. I say all this to say that respect to my exes, but yeah, I can't go back to y'all. Like I said, brothers, keep this in mind. Y'all women got let me speak to my brothers first. Brothers, keep this in mind. These women are dangerous in today's society. These women are very dangerous, and I think you should make it known. For example, don't go on dates. Cut that shit off. Stop paying out of pocket to engage with women. Stop doing that. Engage with them with energy and time first. Let that be known. You know what I'm saying? If a woman really likes you, let me give you a little hint. If a woman really likes you, and y'all supposed to be going out taking a date, if she likes you, take her out, and do things you like to do. Like, don't even, you know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, I would like that. All right, bet. If you like horseback riding, nigga, go horseback riding type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Some women like that, some women don't. But you'll know if she likes you, because she'll do it if she don't. You feel what I'm saying? Even if she don't, she'll, you know what I'm saying? That's just a little hint for y'all. Stop going out here buying them food. They just, And then some of them get to go boxes and take it back to their, yeah, no. That being said, you know, I would say for you women, right, bear with many of us men, because we are being raised by some of you modern day women today. But some of these men still have that mindset of, you know, catering to their woman, not even knowing how to discipline themselves, you know. And y'all have to keep in mind what type of man y'all dealing with, especially when you present yourselves as such, you know, dressing the way that you dress. It's unfortunate to me, but I would only say this to give y'all insight. And let me not show bias and share a thought with y'all. If you want to know if the man values you, modern day women, right? Ask him 2 things, 2 questions, very simple. Bear with me. I know I'm taking my time, but bear with me. Ask him 2 questions. The first question is, what is your purpose? The reason why you ask him what is his purpose is because you want to understand what his duty and responsibility is within his own life. And you want to see how strongly he aligns with that through his discipline. Oh, you ain't hearing me. Listen, let me repeat that. Okay, I can't repeat it. But what I'm basically trying to tell y'all is to understand something. Okay? The first thing is ask him what his purpose is. That's the first. Second question is to cut straight to it. Second question is where do you align in that purpose? Let me repeat, where do you align in that purpose? I say these things because, and bear with me, trust me when I tell you, these are the thoughts that run through my mind on a daily. So, like, for me to even articulate myself to even get at this point, gratitude, because I don't be thinking like this on camera. Like, a lot of people that know me off camera see me like live, because I used to stream. They see me engage in these type of conversations, but not many people that I engage with nowadays are interested in these conversations. So now I have to talk to a camera in order to speak to y'all a certain way. See what I'm saying? But let me get into it. The second question again. See what I'm saying? Modern day women, keep this in mind. Even to my exes, keep this in mind. When you deal with a real man, right? Ask them 2 questions. What is his purpose and where do you align? The reason why you ask where do you align is, mind you, none of the answers really don't matter. What I need you women to do, because you got to ask him where do you align, because you need to know that he's fitting you in his so-called lifestyle. Now, mind you, I know y'all women like, I have my own lifestyle. Why can't he fit in with mine? I understand that. And that man will already have set measures in place to go about it in that fashion if he's interested in you. This is why you ask him that question. So don't try to say, oh, yeah, I want to do my own thing too. Understand what I'm saying, okay? But again, the answers really genuinely do not matter for those women that be like, I don't want to think that deep. The answers really don't matter. What I'm saying to you essentially is whatever he says, if he sticks to it, if he disciplines himself through whatever he says. So to give you an example, if he fucks up, if he's sitting there saying, yeah, you know, I want to be a firefighter. You know what I'm saying? I want to save people's lives through many of house fires and forest fires that happen, you know, randomly. I want to save lives, right? And then 2 years later, he's like, you know what? I want to be a shoe salesman. Yeah, you may want to drop that nigga. I'm going to be honest with you, respectfully. You may want to listen. I get it. You spent 2 years of your time and you want to be with a man that just wants to change things up, but that just lets you know his level of, you know, discipline, right? So bear with me when I explain this. It's up to y'all if y'all want to go with this vibration or this frequency, but I'm helping y'all understand where you can find the best at, okay? You ain't going to find the best women in these clubs. Stop thinking that, okay? You ain't going to find the best women outside at night, period. Let me just clarify, make it easy on y'all. You ain't going to find the best woman out at night, okay? You got to find her during the day, okay? Most likely she's not outside, so do your best to find her, at least the good ones. They probably out in nature, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a couple out here, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'm in nature, you know what I'm saying? But I say that to say, this is where most likely you'll find them, you know? Not just in nature, you'll probably find them in libraries, probably find them in their own home, you know, because they're so afraid to express themselves. But understand this, because I'm speaking to both of y'all, men and women. I don't want nobody to feel biased, but essentially I'm just saying this to my exes. Understand that, you know, these mistakes that you've made in many people's lives, you're gonna have to accept and move forward. Now, mind you, some of my exes, I gotta clarify, I have and when I say some, it's like maybe one or two. I have very high regards and respect for them, because even at this point in my life, in some way, they still support me by just reaching out. Are you okay? Is everything good? You know, such things like that. No, I don't want nothing more, but I do respect the fact and value them in that stance. You know what I'm saying? But moving forward, again, not to show any biased opinion, I'm helping y'all understand the 2 questions for women and for men. Understand, if she really is connected with you, she will align with your, you know, purpose in life. So, that being said, peace, power, love, and light unto you and all that you do. Damn, okay, 11 minutes, that's what it says. Either way, call it what you want, you know what I'm saying? Again, peace, power, love, and light unto you and all that you do. Ashe, Ishe, Ashe. Daily reminder, Starseeds, you will know what true love is, okay? Coming soon, you will know what true love is. Peace.